Hello students, welcome you all once again. In the previous class, we have learned inner orbital or low spin complexes. That is the first type under octahedral complexes or complexes of coordination number 6. Okay students, we have learned that basing on the type of d orbitals involved in hybridization, octahedral complexes are divided into two types. First type is inner orbital or low spin complexes, and we have also learned in the previous class two examples under inner orbital or low spin complexes. In this class, we are going to learn about the second type of octahedral complexes, that is outer orbital complexes or high spin complexes. Okay students, now what are outer orbital complexes or high spin complexes? How are they formed? So these complexes are formed when outer d orbital, that is nd orbital, is involved in hybridization. Okay students, outer orbital complexes are those complexes in which outer d orbital, that is nd orbital, is involved in hybridization. I wanted to explain about this taking the example COF6 minus 3 complex ion, which is named as hexafluoridocobaltate 3. Hexafluorido. There are 6 ligands, okay, F minus, and the central metal is cobalt. Okay, as it is a negative complex ion, we add ATE at the end of its name. And 3 is the oxidation state of cobalt. Okay, students. So let's see the electronic configuration of this complex. To start with, the outermost shell electronic configuration of cobalt, whose atomic number is 27, is 4s2 3d7. What is the electronic configuration of outermost shell of cobalt, students? It is 4s2 3d7. And in this particular complex, plus 3 is the oxidation state of cobalt. So now if we see or observe the electronic configuration of CO plus 3, it is 4s0 3d6. Okay, as it is in plus 3 oxidation state, now its electronic configuration will be 4s0 3d6. Okay, so here there are 4 unpaired electrons. So you might think that these electrons will be forced to pair up, and hence 6 vacant orbitals will be formed. Okay, but the case is different here. So look at the fourth point. So when experiments were performed, those experiments have showed that COF6 minus 3 is showing paramagnetic behavior corresponding to the presence of 4 unpaired electrons in 3d orbital. What is the meaning of that, students? Again, so the experiments which were conducted showed that the above complex has paramagnetic nature, which is corresponding to the presence of 4 unpaired electrons in 3d orbital. That means none of the 3d orbitals is involved in hybridization. Understood, students? COF6 minus 3 is paramagnetic in its behavior, which corresponds to the presence of 4 unpaired electrons in 3d orbital. What is the meaning of that? None of the 3d orbitals is involved in hybridization. Then what is happening? The electrons in 3d orbitals, they cannot be forced to pair up. Why? When will the single electrons pair up, students? In the presence of strong ligand. Okay, but here Fluoride ion is the ligand and it is a weak ligand, and hence the single electrons in 3d orbitals, they cannot be forced to pair up. Okay. So in order to account for the paramagnetic behavior of this complex, what happens? Two 4d orbitals are involved in hybridization instead of 3d orbitals. Don't forget to mention the students. Okay. In order to account for the paramagnetic behavior of this particular complex ion, two 4d orbitals are involved in hybridization, not 3d orbitals. Okay. So, 1 4s, 3 4p and two 4d orbitals, they get mixed up to form 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. Okay, it's not d2 sp3 students. Notice this point carefully. Okay, try to understand. 1 4s, 3 4p and two 4d orbitals get mixed up to form 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals, and these are oriented in octahedral manner. Okay, now the 6 sp3 hybrid orbitals, they accept 6 lone pair of electrons which are donated by 6 fluoride ions in order to form 6 COF sigma bonds. Okay. Again students, so the 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals can now accept 6 lone pair of electrons which are donated by the 6 fluoride ions in order to form 6 cobalt fluoride sigma bonds. Okay, understood? So this is the way how sp3d2 hybrid orbitals are being formed. Okay, students, understood? Am I clear? Okay. Now, look at the magnetic property of this complex. How many single electrons are there in the 3d orbital, students? 4 single electrons are there in the inner d orbital. So we can easily say that it exhibits paramagnetic behavior. You all know what is meant by paramagnetism. It means that it is attracted towards the external magnetic field. Okay. And also, since the outer d orbital is involved in hybridization. Okay. So now you understood that the outer d orbital is involved in hybridization, not inner 3d orbital. Okay. It is said to be an outer orbital or high spin complex. Okay, students, there are 4 single electrons in the inner d orbital. Hence, it is showing paramagnetism. Okay, but since the outer d orbital is involved in hybridization, it is said to be an outer orbital or high spin complex. Okay, so you can note down the shape of this complex. Okay, so COF6 minus 3, and it is called as hexafluoridocobaltate 3. Okay, students. So this is about COF6 minus 3 complex ion, its electronic configuration and its magnetic property and also its shape. Okay. So this complex comes under which type, students? Outer orbital complexes or high spin complexes, and these are the complexes in which outer d orbital, that is nd orbital, is involved in hybridization. Okay, so am I clear, students? So kindly write all these points in your notebook, so one by one, so it is very easy for you to learn, and please read this or follow this once or twice, then you can practice it or read it or learn it very easily. Okay, thank you.